Imagine a world waking from a long, frozen slumber. The great ice sheets that once covered much of the Earth are in retreat, and with their departure, the planet is reborn. This is the end of the Ice Age, a time of monumental change around 12,000 years ago. As the ice melts, powerful rivers carve new paths through the landscape, their waters giving life to vast, sprawling forests and creating incredibly fertile plains. For the small, scattered tribes of hunter-gatherers who survive the long winter, this new world is a land of unimaginable opportunity. They are no longer just wanderers, chasing herds across frozen tundras. They are pioneers on the edge of a new era. Slowly, cautiously, these groups begin to settle. They find pockets of paradise, river valleys, and coastal plains where food is abundant and life is a little less precarious. The need to constantly move in search of sustenance lessons. For the first time, people can stay in one place, watch the seasons change, and learn the rhythms of the land. This is the moment humanity puts down roots. Small, temporary camps evolve into permanent villages. This isn't just a change in location, it's a profound shift in human consciousness. The idea of home is born. In these early settlements, a revolution is quietly taking place. People begin to experiment, to observe the wild grains they've been gathering. They realize they can plant seeds and cultivate their own food. This is the agricultural revolution, arguably the single most important development in human history. It's a game changer. Farming provides a more reliable food source than hunting and gathering. It allows populations to grow, for communities to expand. The village is no longer just a collection of huts. It's a center of innovation. With agriculture comes surplus. For the first time, people can produce more food than they immediately need. This surplus frees up some individuals from the daily toil of farming. They can now specialize in other skills. Some become potters, creating vessels to store grain and water. Others become weavers, turning flax and wool into cloth. And some become builders, learning to work with mud, wood, and stone to create more durable homes and communal structures. Society is becoming more complex, more organized. As these villages grow larger and more prosperous, they transform into the world's first cities. This is the dawn of civilization, the moment when humanity begins to build a world of its own design. And nowhere is this transformation more dramatic than in a sun-drenched land between two great rivers, the Tigris and the Euphrates. The ancient Greeks would later call this region Mesopotamia, the land between the rivers. Here, in what is modern-day Iraq, cities like Uruk and Babylon rise from the dusty plains. Life in these Mesopotamian cities is unlike anything that has come before. Thousands of people live together, creating a vibrant, bustling, and often chaotic new social environment. To manage this complexity, they need new tools. They invent systems of governance, with priests and kings ruling over the populace. To manage their surplus grain and trade goods, they invent a system of counting and recording, writing. On soft clay tablets, they use reeds to make wedge-shaped marks, a script we call cuneiform. They write down everything: crop yields, trade deals, laws, and even their myths and legends. History, once passed down only through oral tradition, can now be recorded for eternity. They also look to the heavens. The Mesopotamians are brilliant astronomers, meticulously charting the movements of the stars and planets. They believe these celestial bodies influence life on Earth, and their observations lead to the development of astrology and a sophisticated calendar. They divide the year into months, the day into hours, and the hour into minutes, a system we still use today. They are also master engineers, building incredible structures called ziggurats, massive stepped pyramids that serve as temples to their gods. Stairways connecting Earth to the heavens. Meanwhile, to the west, another great civilization is rising along the banks of a different river, the Nile. Ancient Egypt owes its very existence to this life-giving waterway. Every year the Nile floods, depositing a layer of rich, black silt that makes the surrounding land incredibly fertile. The Egyptians learned to harness this cycle, developing sophisticated irrigation systems to grow abundant crops. Unified under the rule of a divine king, the pharaoh, Egyptian civilization is characterized by a remarkable sense of order, stability, and a profound obsession with the afterlife. They believe that death is not an end, but a transition to another, eternal existence. To ensure a successful journey for their pharaohs, they develop elaborate mummification techniques to preserve the body and build monumental tombs to house them. The most iconic of these are the pyramids. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built for the pharaoh Khufu, is an architectural marvel. For nearly 4,000 years, it was the tallest man-made structure on Earth. It was built with millions of limestone blocks, each weighing several tons, fitted together with breathtaking precision without the aid of modern machinery. The pyramids are not just tombs. They are powerful statements of the pharaoh's authority, testaments to the ingenuity of Egyptian engineering, and monuments built to defy time itself. While Mesopotamia and Egypt build their empires of mud, brick, and stone, other civilizations are stirring across the globe. To the east, in the vast plains of the Indus River Valley, in modern-day Pakistan and India, another sophisticated urban culture emerges. Cities like Mohenjo-daro and Harappa are masterpieces of urban planning, featuring grid-like street patterns, advanced drainage and sewer systems, and multi-story brick houses. What's fascinating about the Indus Valley civilization is what we don't see. We find no grand palaces, no monumental royal tombs, no depictions of warfare or great kings. Instead, we see evidence of a peaceful, egalitarian society focused on trade and craftsmanship. They have their own unique, undeciphered script and produce beautiful, intricate seals depicting animals and mythic figures. Their civilization seems to have existed in a remarkable harmony with the natural world, a stark contrast to the god-kings and conquering armies of their western neighbors. Even further east, along the fertile basins of the Yellow and Yangtze rivers, the foundations of Chinese civilization are being laid. Early dynasties like the Ajai and Shang learned to control the often destructive power of the rivers, developing large-scale flood control and irrigation projects. This mastery over water allows them to cultivate rice and millet, supporting a growing population. Under the Shang dynasty, we see the emergence of a complex state with a powerful king who also serves as a high priest. They are known for their spectacular bronze casting technology, creating intricate ritual vessels used in ceremonies to communicate with ancestors and deities. They also develop a unique system of writing, inscribed on oracle, bones, turtle shells, and animal bones used for divination. This early script is the direct ancestor of the modern Chinese characters used today, making it one of the world's oldest continuously used writing systems. The dawn of civilization is also the dawn of new technologies that will reshape the world. The discovery of metalworking is a pivotal moment. First, they learn to work with copper. Then they discover that mixing it with tin creates a much harder and more durable alloy, bronze. The Bronze Age has begun. Bronze is used to make stronger tools for farming, more beautiful objects for art, and, crucially, more deadly weapons for warfare. As these civilizations grow, they come into contact with one another. Trade routes develop, linking Mesopotamia with Egypt, and the Indus Valley with the Persian Gulf. Goods, ideas, and technologies begin to flow across vast distances. But with increased contact also comes increased conflict. The surplus wealth that built the cities also makes them tempting targets. The desire for more land, more resources, and more power leads to the rise of empires and the first large-scale wars in human history. Rulers like Sargon of Akkad in Mesopotamia forged the world's first empire, conquering neighboring city-states and uniting them under his rule. In Egypt, pharaohs lead their armies, equipped with chariots and bronze weapons, to expand their territory into Nubia and the Levant. The world is becoming a chessboard for ambitious kings and conquerors. Yet amidst the clash of empires, humanity continues to dream, to create, and to question. They carve their stories, their laws, and their beliefs onto stone, steles, and clay tablets. They compose epic poems like the Epic of Gilgamesh, a story of a king's quest for immortality that grapples with timeless questions of life, death, and friendship. They map the stars, not just for farming or fortune-telling, but out of sheer curiosity about the cosmos. These first civilizations laid the foundation for everything that followed. They gave us cities, writing, law, science, and organized government. They were the first to truly grapple with the challenges and opportunities of living together in large, complex societies. Their triumphs and their failures, their ambitions and their fears, are etched into the ruins they left behind. From the weathered ziggurats of Iraq to the towering pyramids of Egypt, these ancient stones still whisper the story of humanity's awakening, the age when we stopped being mere wanderers on the face of the earth and became the builders and storytellers of our own grand unfolding destiny. Thank you for joining us on this journey back to the dawn of civilization. If you found this story of our shared past as fascinating as we do, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next chapter in the epic history of our world. See you next time.